We are here at Alliance RV getting a first look
at the brand new Delta travel trailer.
Now, I wasn't sure how excited I should be to come look at a new travel trailer for 2024 with there already being so many different travel trailers out there in existence. But I have to admit, Alliance did a really good job packing in a lot of features in this new Delta travel trailer that I didn't even realize were missing in pretty much every other travel trailer out there. So before we get diving into everything here, we're going to try to get the floor plan layout and the specs here on the screen if we can. This is a brand new model, so I don't even know what will be available as far as specs and floor plan layouts, but we'll try to get that up on the screen here for you. And then as we start walking around, this is going to be a fiberglass sided travel trailer. So fiberglass siding on here, and then this is going to have an Azdel sidewall, and it's actually a 2-layer Azdel sidewall, so both on the inside and the outside. You have a fiberglass front cap here with the really nice new looking LED light beam here. So basically it's like an LED light, but it has a diffuser built in, so it gives it more of that glowing effect and looks really nice. Fiberglass front cap and the Alliance logo up front just looks great. And love how they incorporate that Alliance A in all of their logos, even in the Delta now down here as well, which looks really, really clean. So let's walk around and just look at a lot of the stuff that they're doing different compared to everybody else. First of all, the one thing I noticed right away, look at how big this awning is. This awning, it's over 20 feet long, covers both your entry doors and your outdoor kitchen. This is a bunk model. You can tell because you have the 2 windows up here, so those are going to be both your bunk beds. Absolutely massive awning there with a center support as well because it is so big. And then coming down underneath here, this storage compartment is huge. This is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, storage compartments you're going to see on a travel trailer for 2024. And this Alliance travel trailer in total has 71 cubic feet, which is more than any other travel trailer out there in existence. Now, as we go through this space, there are also some other really cool features. My favorite is this switch right here. Adriana, do you want to flip that switch there? Look at this. You have exterior awning controls, so you don't have to go in and out of your RV every time to open and close your awning. Now, I know there are some touchscreen control panels as well that will link to your phone where you can do this from your phone, but just having the quick, easy convenience, especially if like your phone's not on you, let's say, and you just want to quickly come underneath here and move your awning in and out, you now have a switch in here that will allow you to do that. So that is really neat. I really appreciate that, and I definitely think y'all will as well. So let us know what you think about that little feature there. Now, with that being said, underneath here, there's still a lot more to look at. You have a table that it will come with that you can see here that will slide out. Now, this is another convenient thing they talked about where this is just a standard 6-foot table that you would get from like Walmart or Target or something along those lines. But most people, they put this table like the first thing on the floor here in your pass-through storage, which means when you get to your campsite, you have to take all your stuff out of here just to get your table out. Well, they put a way to mount the table in on the top, and they are working on a way to like secure it in safely so it doesn't move. That way, it's up there out of the way, and you can easily slide it out when you get to your campsite.
Convenience.
Yes, definitely a lot of convenience there that you get easily getting that in and out. USB ports here for charging, and it does have a USB Type-C plug. You're also going to have a spray port here, and we'll look at this when we get to the other side. All of your spray ports are going to have the ability to have hot and cold water, and you can set that temperature to whatever you want, which every other travel trailer out there on the market is only going to have cold water coming out of their spray ports. Also have outlets here and TV connections, so if you did want to mount a TV to this space and have it come out from this area, you can do that as well. All aluminum framing on here, and all of your frame pieces are welded on both sides of the frame. And then you can see they even wrap the subflooring down underneath there, so that is protected as well and gives it a cleaner finish. Finally, because you have the spray port here, they do have this spot here where a hose can come up and down through that space as well. And I believe that's everything there. Coming down, you have the manual stabilizers on here. It is actually going to come with the piece that can connect onto here and onto an impact drill, so that you can use an impact drill or any sort of drill here to shoot these up and down real quickly, which will make that go a lot faster than hand cranking that. Then on this model in particular, this is the 281BH. Yes, the 281BH. You have the 2 doors on it. They're using that glass door, which definitely want to know your thoughts on what y'all think about the glass door. Adriana, what do you think?
Oh, you know I love a reflection.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely acts as a mirror as well and looks really clean. And then that brings us back to this space here with definitely the best looking grill and griddle that I have seen on a travel trailer. It's all like a matte black type of finish, and except for the knobs, I guess these are chrome. But this is a huge cooktop space, bigger than anything else that I've seen in a travel trailer, and it does have the grill on one side and the griddle on the other side. So that is really neat and really unique. And then this actually has a really cool mechanism as well to push it in and out, where it's strut assisted. So it's gonna go up like that and then push hard on it. You gotta push hard because it has struts. Oh, and here actually. You gotta
let's probably put these down first.
Yeah, put those down first. There you go. And then push it in, and it's just gonna snap in on its own. Just like that. So nice, clean mechanism on that as well. And then this is a metal countertop surface that you have, outlet there as well, and a motion activated light underneath there, plus your outdoor refrigerator. And again, like I mentioned, this is all underneath the awning, so really nice to have that space there where it is covered, and wherever you'll be hanging out outside, you have good outside entertainment space and you're gonna be in the shade. Now, another one of my favorite things on here, especially going into 2024, is this ladder on the back. This is a really nice, wider, more sturdy ladder than you'll see on any other travel trailer. I think he said it was 18 inches wide, the gentleman here that walked us through this Delta at Alliance. And the reason they did that is because this is actually the width of a towel. So if you wanted to hang a towel from these ladders to dry them out, it also acts as a towel rack.
I mean, how genius is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, so really, really interesting idea. I would have not thought about that.
And I do remember that this is going to go just a little bit longer. That way this is easier to access.
Yes, yeah. So this bottom step actually is going to dip down just a little bit. But on top of that, this also has a higher capacity on it. So most ladders on RVs only hold up to 200, 250 pounds. This will have a 300-pound capacity on it. Also feels much more safe. And then I certainly prefer this to the Lippert ladder system that we're seeing on a lot of 2023 and 2024 model RVs, where it doesn't even come with a ladder at all. They're just, manufacturers are trying to save money by putting a little bracket up here and then having a additional ladder that you now need to purchase that honestly is not very sturdy, feels very flimsy, and this is not that.
This is much more appealing. I just want to climb this.
And it looks much more appealing too. Plus, it's not something you have to take on and off. It's just always there. It's prepped for a backup camera, so you can get a backup camera on there. You're going to have your accessory rack off the back, so this will be rated for 300 pounds, so you will be able to put cargo on the back. It's going to be 50 amp on all of your Alliance units, on all your Alliance Delta units, which it means you will have 2 ACs as well, so that is very important. And you can reduce that down to a 30 amp if you are at a 30 amp connection for a campsite or anything like that. As we move this way, you have your slide out box here, and then you have additional storage out here. This is how they get to that 71 cubic feet of storage space. But before I get too far ahead of myself, again, manual stabilizers back underneath here as well. And then down here, you have all of your plumbing coming to one central area. So all of your black and gray tanks will all come to this one area here. And that's nice because this does have your kitchen up in the front area there, but you can see they plummet all the way down back to here. So you just have one central spot where everything will be drained out of. You have the Goodyear Endurance American-made tires. These are going to be, the tire that everybody would usually upgrade their tires to, and it is an ST 225/75 R15 tire with really nice looking rims on there as well. Rack and pinion style slide out mechanism on your slide out here. So no cable driven slide. And then as we lift this up, this is your additional storage space, which this is underneath what is going to be your U-shaped dinette, and it does have lighting in it as well. So instead of having to try to access this storage from the inside, you get exterior access to it, which makes it much easier to get to. You can see up top, you have your wine guard 360-degree antenna. You're going to have your 2 Coleman Mach ACs there. And then every Alliance Delta will come with 200 watts of solar and a 40 amp solar charge controller, and will be prepped to add an inverter for additional power as well. Now when you come here to the pass-through storage compartment, a couple other really nice features. You want to show the switch on here and what that does. You have the light there, and then switch is going to be behind that cap, and then watch this.
Other way.
Same thing as the other side, you have slide controls on the outside of your RV. So instead of having to run inside the RV, yeah, I mean, it's just, the fact that nobody else has this is crazy to me. Like, why did nobody else think of this sooner? Because this makes life so much easier. Even if you have phone controls, it's still just convenient to have the switch there as well. So I really appreciate that. And then the other really important thing on here are these controls. This is for your spray ports here. So you have a spray port here and a spray port there, and there is a third one as well that we might have glanced over. But there will be 3 spray ports in total, and this is where you can actually set your temperature controls for these spray ports. So at the beginning of the camping season, you can actually set this to the temperature you want it to be, and then it will always come out at that temperature. So if you want it to be warmer or colder, you have controls of that. Again, this is something I've not seen on any other travel trailer. And then the last thing that they do that is really interesting is, and I say the last thing, there's actually 2 more things. This is all flat against the wall here. So instead of having this like cornered off, or a lot of travel trailer brands will make like a wall that goes here and there, which kind of cuts off this space coming into the pass-through storage. They just put it flush against that wall right there to give you a straight, almost what looks like a 5th wheel style pass-through storage compartment, which is really, really neat, really makes the space open up a lot. Now, the only thing I'm slightly concerned about, and then Adriana had another concern as well that we want to bring up, I do see like a potential where you got to be a little careful loading your cargo in here, because these knobs do stick out a bit, and I wouldn't want to see something ram into those and like knock this off, or knock your battery disconnect switch off, or something along those lines. And then what were you saying, Adriana, about the space?
Just when using all of this stuff that's right here, like, I would have changed this wall color.
Yeah.
Just for being outdoors, being all over everywhere, like all the dirt that's on your hands, and then just me personally, I'd want this a dark color.
Yeah, the white might get dirty. So these are concerns that we brought up with Alliance, and we let them know. So you let us know what you think and if you agree with us on some of these things. But the last thing, you have your access panel that you see on all of the Alliance products, where you pull this out, and you're going to have down behind here, they actually put your water pump back in this area, so it is very easy to get to, much easier than almost every other travel trailer out there. And your water pump switch is right here as well. And then you have your 40 amp solar charge controller. Alliance went with the idea that, you know, that's not really a piece of equipment that you need to see. That's something that a lot of manufacturers put somewhere where you could see it in 2023 models, just to let you know that the solar was there. However, it just takes up space. So they just confined it back behind that space there and got it out of the way. And that is pretty much everything on the outside of this Delta. Last couple things, power tongue jack up front, and 2 20-pound propane bottles, plus the space here where your batteries will go. And that is everything on the outside. So let us know what you think about the outside. What are things that you like, things you don't like, and then let's go take a look at the inside. Now, as we work our way inside, I want to point out real quick, you do have these solid steps on both of your entry doors, so that is different than what we typically see as well. And you have a tankless water heater, but you'll have this Lippert solid step. This is going to be a very wide step with a nice big platform on the top step. And as we walk inside, get a first look at the inside of the new Alliance Delta.
Fancy meeting you here.
Very curious what your thoughts are. Let us know what you think about the color schemes, the design, the layout, and we're going to get into all the details about what really makes this different. So if this is your first time seeing one of our videos, or maybe it's your first time ever seeing a video of an RV in general, I do want to apologize to you because we're going to go about this video a little bit differently, where I want to highlight more of what makes this different than other travel trailers, as opposed to kind of walking you through like a walkthrough of an RV as if you've never seen one before. So we're going to first start with just the space in here in general feels really large for a travel trailer. They went with not doing a barreled ceiling, instead doing a flat ceiling, which the way they talked about it made me actually prefer this over the barreled ceiling for the first time ever. You have 81 inches of ceiling height here, so still plenty of height. It doesn't feel trapped or condensed or small by any means. And because of that, they were able to do things like push these cabinets all the way to about as high as they could get here, where if you have a barreled ceiling, this is going to start working its way down and you lose some of that storage space.
I'm going to go ahead and open everything up.
Yeah, so look at how far back that goes, which is just storage space you don't get in a barreled ceiling travel trailer.
Do we also want to point out that all of these are soft close?
Yep, soft close cabinet doors on everything. Let's actually work our way around here because the storage is just really, really impressive.
Speaking of storage.
Yep. Behind your TV here, you're going to have storage all back through here. So lots of storage space, and then underneath this TV. It is so cool what they did. Now, a lot of brands, they may put like, sound bar, fireplace here, which look cool at like an RV show and stuff like that.
But not here.
Not here. Here you get practical storage space that is just huge with these pull-out shelves. And this top shelf, do you want to tell them what they were thinking people might want to use this for?
So yeah, what they made different here is you can actually have the outlets here to plug in an air fryer, your coffee pots. I mean, just more use with it hidden instead of just being out in the open. And they also, if you can see here, this lip is a lot higher and they made the top one shorter so it can feel more like a countertop.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that is a genius idea. Again, you let us know what you think because we want to get your ideas and opinions on this. As we work our way to the kitchen, I want to take a moment real quick to let you know about our company, Firmly Unbound. You should definitely go check out firmlyunbound.com and learn what it means to live firmly unbound. We're really excited because we are getting the opportunity to now film more RVs than we ever have before and do other stuff that is outside just the world of RVs, like show you some really cool stuff that you can take with your RV. A lot of other different valuable resources as well, like our RV Buyer's Guide book collection. Plus, we're going to have merchandise and apparel coming real soon, so we're really excited about that as well. But go to www.firmlyunbound.com to learn what it means to live firmly unbound. Now, as we keep working through the kitchen space here, again, because you don't have the barreled ceiling here, you're going to have these cabinets that go up as high as they could push them. So it's really neat how they got those up there. Also want to talk about the lighting real quick as well, where this gives us a good moment to take a look at how you have these puck lights, but they are flush to the ceiling, so a much more modern look. And then this is cool, actually. I feel like this is worth showing. I didn't even know. These have like a little snap mechanism to them. So these actually just pull down, and if you ever need to do anything to your lights, they just pull out of the ceiling there, and then they just snap back up into that space. So pretty easy to work on any sort of electrical issues as well, whether it's yourself or a technician. A lot of stuff in here is what you normally see. One thing that is different, down underneath here, first of all, you have your accent lighting underneath your drawers and cabinets. Now, keep in mind, with Alliance, one of their big things is just talking to people that use RVs and getting your feedback on what you like and what you don't like. One thing they did that's really cool is your return air for your heat is actually up underneath this kick plate area here. So you don't see a big bulky furnace anywhere in the kitchen space of this travel trailer like you might see in a lot of other models. So it's actually up underneath here, and that gave them the opportunity to put that accent lighting there as well. They really like lighting with Alliance as well, so you get really nice LED lighting up underneath your countertops, or underneath your cabinets, to shine down onto your countertops. And then another neat feature, because they wanted to go with as big of cabinets as possible, or as big of drawers, you can see here you have the nice big drawer there, but they were concerned about where you might put your silverware if you have such a big drawer. So they did a drawer within a drawer so that you still have a space to put your silverware.
Love that.
Yeah, that is really cool. Coming down underneath here, Nice big pots and pan drawer as well.
I love how it lights up in there.
Yeah, the accent lighting and everything gives you clear look at everything underneath this space as well. You're going to have a standard size Furrion stove and oven. It's going to be a 3-burner stove. Again, I'm going to go kind of quick through the stuff that's going to be in a lot of other travel trailers, so we can focus more on the stuff that's not in other travel trailers. Storage up here, again, just a nice big storage space because you don't have the barreled ceiling, and that's going to be a standard size microwave there. Cabinet space is absolutely huge, so lots of room throughout these cabinets. Really got to emphasize these soft close cabinet doors because I cannot think of another travel trailer off the top of my head that has a soft close cabinets.
Do you want to let them know about the glass too?
I was just about to think about that. And you have the plexiglass material here. So it has kind of the look of glass. However, because it's plexiglass, it's going to be a non-transparent surface. So you can't actually see what is in your cabinets there.
They did let us know that a lot of customers had some feedback about not liking how you could see through. So they made sure to fix that.
Yeah, yep. So really like that. And then you have the flip up countertop here as well. So you have additional countertop space. Then as we work our way this way, you're going to have your...
Not yet.
Oh, what I missed?
Don't forget.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I totally forgot. Yeah. Then you have your full-size trash can in here as well, kind of like you would see in a fifth wheel. So got that worked into this drawer that pulls out.
And we also want to explain the sink.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing they did different. You have a side drain on the sink. So instead of having the drain in the middle of the sink, it's off to the side. Now, do you remember why they said that was a cool thing that they did?
So when you're washing dishes, instead of having the drainage go right down the center, you can actually wash something, keep it on the side, and just keep going, working one side to the other.
That makes sense. Yeah. So I guess there was a whole forum they found that explains why it's better to have a side drain on a sink than a middle drain. And so, yeah, they went to a side drain, which
it's a very popular new thing.
Yeah. I don't think anything else in a travel trailer or maybe any RV will have that. So,
I'm a fan.
Yeah. Let's move over to your slide out box here. So as we move over to this side, you're going to have pull down blackout shades on all of your windows. And it's a really nice looking material. It's kind of like a fabric material. And then it will have the white lining on the back that'll be somewhat of a reflective material there too.
It's like a charcoal gray.
Yeah. Another thing that's neat as well, in most travel trailers, you'll see a metal blind in the kitchen. They actually gave you the same blinds here in the kitchen because it's not over the stove. So they were able to get a pull down shade in the kitchen as well, which you don't typically see. As we go to the dinette table, again, want to point out all the lighting. Alliance is so specific with their lighting that like this light here and this light here and all the way down, they are equally spaced out. So these 3 lights here are equally spaced out. They're in a perfectly straight line. Looks really, really good. And then you have 2 lights here where most travel trailers, you only see 1 puck light. You actually get 2 lights here over your dinette table. So better lighting in this space. And then you're going to have storage down underneath here on both sides of your dinette table that will open up with the drawer there. And looks like that's the only way to get to the storage. These are screwed down to the wood base there, so you won't be able to access that storage from underneath here that I can see. But you'll have the drawers there that you can open up. And then these little mounts here, if you don't know, that's so your table can collapse and make this into another sleeping surface. So this will go down. Cushions from your backrest will fill that space to make it into a bed. Then here you have a trifold sofa, so this will make into a bed as well. Now it also can come with recliners, so I would love your feedback and thoughts on whether you prefer the recliner option or the sofa option. But this one here has a sofa that will make into a bed. These windows here are larger than just about any other windows that you're going to see in a travel trailer, both in their width and in their height, so they are huge. And then the only thing that is not super preferred is there's not like a way to block out light coming through the sides of your blackout shades here, but it still gives you a blackout shade, which I prefer. And it would have just maybe been nice to see them do something. But then again, a lot of people don't like the big bulky valance. So I don't know what your, you can let us know in the comments what your preference is there. Now right here you have USB ports. So this is going to be a USB and a USB Type-C port right there. And then that is going to bring us over to the bunk area where there's a couple different things to talk about.
Do you want to see how comfy that couch is?
Oh yeah, I didn't even, actually, you know what, I haven't even sat on it.
Because they look comfy.
It's more comfortable than most. A lot of actually, like, ooh, the more I sit in it, yeah, a lot of trifold sofas that make into a bed, they typically are very firm. This actually feels like you're sitting in a recliner seat that you would typically get in an RV. So this is better than most sofas that I have ever sat in, and have a really nice, clean looking design as well. But yeah, I'm glad you said that because that is more comfortable than what I would typically expect. As we come this way, huge speaker here in the ceiling. This does have Bluetooth as well. You have this giant speaker here in the ceiling because they are not doing the sound bar to give you more storage. So that's going to be your speaker there. It looks really nice.
Which is compatible with Bluetooth as well as connecting to your TV.
Yep. And then you're going to have your AC here. This is going to have two ACs on it. And this AC is ducted back into the bathroom. And then the one in the bedroom will just be a drop down AC. But going to get really efficient cooling in here. Definitely going to be comfortable in any climate. As we come this way, you'll have your two bunks. These have a really thick mattress compared to a lot of other options out there.
That looks comfortable.
Does look comfortable. This is probably about 2 inches thick at least. So nice, good, thick mattress that you get. And then I actually want you to turn to the left real quick and show the hooks that you have right when you walk in the door. So you'll have those hooks to hang coats and things of that nature.
Oh, there's even a little cubby down here.
Yep, that's like a shoe cubby down underneath there. So it can fit shoes in that space. And then even just a little touch to give it a more cohesive and finished look, you have this epoxy door frame here that goes around the whole door. So that's a black door frame that looks really clean and really nice. And then on these bunk beds, you have the ladder to get into the top bunk. Your bottom bunk here, you have your storage down underneath it. Now this bunk doesn't flip up, so it's just going to stay how it is positioned right now, but that goes all the way to the back wall.
But this is a very nice wooden ladder.
Yeah, yep, and it's black, looks good with the aesthetic. And then with the bunk space, let me just crawl up in here and see. Oh, yep, it is probably right about exactly my height. So it's probably about 73, 74 inches long.
Make sure not to squish your glasses.
Thanks.
They're right underneath you.
Oh, where? Oh, yeah, don't want to squish those. But yeah, so it's probably about 73, 74 inches long. Plenty of, and it's actually a really firm mattress. So if you're like like to sleep on a firm surface, this is great. Adriana, I think you would actually feel comfortable on this.
I do like firm mattresses.
And so good space there. 2 grown adults can fit in this space. Definitely kids, no problem. Ceiling height is not bad, and you have a window here as well. So let me crawl out of here. This is going to be, oh, there's a USB port in the light.
Really?
That's nice because I was looking at that. So yeah, USB port in the light there, and then you have your outlets here as well. Both bunks are going to have privacy curtains, and they are going to go all the way across the entire bunk space area. Hopefully I didn't sound like crazy on the mic getting in and out of there. But as we pull this across, you can see privacy curtain going all the way across for whoever's in these bunk spaces. You'll have that on both the top and the bottom. And then this bathroom.
Obsessed.
Yeah, for a travel trailer, a bunkhouse travel trailer, especially in this size range, I mean, this space, again, is giving you almost like a fifth wheel vibe with how the space is laid out, especially with the storage, the floor space around the toilet, and the size of the sink. I mean, show the sink size there. This has got to be the biggest sink that is in any travel trailer that I've seen in the bathroom. So really deep, it's a stainless steel sink and looks really nice and has plenty of depth there to actually wash your hands in the sink. Then with the shower, you're getting a nice tall shower. Now, one thing I really like that they did, in addition to the ceiling height you already have, because it's probably about 6'4" to right here, maybe 6'5", your skylight is actually as wide as they could make it in this space. So instead of having a little skylight here, a little one here, they stretched out across the entire length of the bathroom space or the shower space. So you have a probably at least 6'7", 6'8" height here into the skylight throughout this whole space. So really like that. This also sits nice and high, so I actually don't have to duck to get underneath the shower head.
I love that they added it as a black appliance.
Yep, black color there, so that looks nice as well. So yeah, the black fixture on the shower head and the water temperature controls, which looks good because a lot of trailers will have white. So like that, your curtain that comes across, it's going to be this lightweight curtain that's a flexible material. And then countertop space all along here, which is also going to open up all of the storage here that you have for shelving. Even soft close cabinets in here.
Everything is soft close.
Yeah.
Very clean looking in here.
And then finally, your medicine cabinet up here in the corner. Last little touch, if y'all have had trailers before, you know a lot of times your water heater actually is not even in the bathroom. So here you actually have your water heater controls in the bathroom, quick and easy to access. Last two things. This is a porcelain foot flush toilet, and probably the only travel trailer out there that's going to have a soft close toilet seat lid that comes standard.
Wow.
And look at all this storage. That's like fifth wheel level bathroom storage that you're getting there. So they really pack this thing full of storage, both in your living room space and in your bathroom so far. Then as we keep working our way back, I want to point out that there are no vents in the floor. So all your heating is going to run through your cabinetry, but you don't really lose a lot of storage space with that because they just maxed out the amount of drawers you get. But no heat vents in the floor. Huge sliding pocket door going to the bedroom.
That is such a nice looking door.
Yeah, it looks great. And then look at this bedroom here. You have a queen size bed. One of the coolest features they do is this epoxy countertop space or bedside table space on each side. And then look at this. Come over here real quick. Each side will flip up for hidden storage down underneath there to really just maximize that space. So that is really cool, definitely unique. They give you the drawer down underneath here as well that will open up. So you have the hidden storage and the drawer. And then on top of that, because of the way that this trailer is built, they're trying to make this wall as flat as they can, but still keep it aerodynamic. So there is still a tilt to it, but they were able to pack a ton of storage up through here. So really deep shelf there. That goes back very far because of just the way that the wall is built. And then in your cabinet space, some really unique stuff as well, where it's a debate whether people want to fold their clothes or hang their clothes. So here they gave you a shelf and a clothing rod. However, if you want to hang your clothes, this shelf can just be taken out. So you have two shelves in here, or you can just take this out permanently and just have a spot to hang your clothes. So they give you both options.
So nice.
Yeah, really appreciate that. Also, plenty of room to walk around the bed. Look at this. I'm standing straight, can actually step forward, can do the same thing on that side as well, where you don't have to do a side shuffle to get around the bed. Nice looking headboard, reading lights on both sides, and they are going to have, you know, a warm light there and then your cool blue light as well. So two different light options, and even your lights up in here are these, you know, flush puck light that you have. Last thing, you're going to have outlets and USB ports on both sides, USB Type-C ports, in addition to your standard USB port. And then finally, behind your head there is the spot for the TV on the wall. So if you want to put a TV on the wall, you can put that TV there as well.
And the Wi-Fi connect.
Yep, and the Wi-Fi connection. So if you want to get Wi-Fi in here, you have that. You have your Coleman Mach AC in here. So this is going to be your second AC. This is just going to be a dump-down AC that Alliance uses in all of their models. So this is a good AC system that you're getting. It's going to be nice and cold, and it's going to also be quiet for you. Have a second access door here. The second access door is nice. The reason that they did that, because they didn't have to, they could have saved costs and not put that door there. But if you're camping with kids and your kids go to bed at 8 or 9 o'clock at night and you want to be able to come into the trailer without disturbing them, you now can go straight into your bedroom without having to wake them up.
And there's also no carpet.
Yeah, no carpet anywhere in this travel trailer. So nice, like kind of seamless looking slide out flooring there, and looks really clean.
Now let's talk about the walls and the subflooring.
Oh yeah, so we talked about a little bit on the outside, I believe, but your sidewalls are going to be an Azdel interior and exterior sidewall, and they even put Azdel in the subflooring down underneath here, so you do have a layer of Azdel in your subflooring as well. So that's another good construction element, and I think that just about wraps up everything. Is there anything else that we missed?
I have one last touch that I'm just obsessed with.
Oh yeah,
as you can see on screen.
That black trim in the slide out.
Yes, love that.
Yeah, looks very good.
It's one thing I did want to highlight.
Yep.
And I think that is about it.
Yeah, so y'all let us know what you think about this new Delta travel trailer. There's various different floor plans that they will be coming out with. This is just one of the many that they will have. Can expect to see these becoming available around the end of June into July. They will start showing up at dealerships. Don't know much about the price on them yet. If I do know, we'll try to get that on the screen or in the description down below. But let us know your thoughts. What you think about this travel trailer? What do you think they just knocked out of the park, and what do you think they might have missed on? We'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback. And that's all we got for y'all. So let us know what you like and what you don't like in the comments below.
And remember, live firmly unbound.